Got something a bit technical today. A couple of ukes that I've been asked about a few times. So I've got here the Eleuke Peanut and the RISA Stick. This is a concert size. They also do this in soprano and tenor, come in different finishes, but they do get compared quite a lot. Now it's quite interesting because they as I say, they get compared a lot, but they to me were fundamentally different. And the main difference, obviously, before I go on to the looks, is this is completely passive, whereas this one, the Eleuke, which is significantly cheaper, has a standard jack output, but it also has an MP3 input and a headphone output, so you can plug an MP3 player in, or your iPhone or something, and then listen on headphones. And of course, being fully electric, they're almost totally silent. So great for travelling around. They both come with carry bags, and this one actually comes, the strap on the carry bag you can take off and use it as a strap for the ukulele itself. So they both come with strap buttons, both back and on the end. But they'll both play completely silently. But plug them into an amp and off you go. Whoops, plug in the right place. No tone controls on the RISA, it just goes straight in. These are, they're not friction tuners, they're actually planetary, they're geared tuners. So it's quite nice tuning on this. And the Eleuke has standard geared tuners. Slightly different tone. They're both tuned slightly differently, but don't worry about that. And of course you can put them through effects and so on. The Eleuke's also got tone controls and volume controls because this is active and has a little battery compartment. Now that's where it kind of changes. So the Eleuke now, they've brought out the 2014 edition, which has taken away these jack inputs now and the headphone output, and just gives you the standard 1/4 inch output. So it's kind of a retrograde step in my opinion. It's now become much more equivalent to the RISA, and build quality wise the RISA is much nicer to play. This one, my Eleuke, the setup on it was, the action was really high and made it really awkward. This is soprano size, so I actually got local luthier to cut the bridge down for me and sort things out. So it's much nicer now, but they do vary in quality, the Peanuts apparently. But they've changed it on the 2014. They've taken this part away, which really was half of the reason for having this. Made a great travel uke, so you could practice silently in a hotel room and then plug in on stage or whatever you want to do, or into the computer to do it for effects. So now really I find it's fairly equivalent to the RISA, which normally comes in about twice the price of the Peanut, but a much nicer quality build. And obviously it's unusual styling, so totally headless up here, so that's a bit weird, and sometimes you find yourself playing chords by going around the end of the head, but probably adds to the flexibility, to be honest. Much more playable uke, and this being concert size, because it's got no head, actually comes out very slightly shorter, if you can see that, put it on the other camera, than the Peanut. So my preferred is actually the RISA, German made, just beautiful quality, same really as we get from Bruco. They just have this eye for detail that we don't get elsewhere. So I'm not sure what the quality of the 2014 models of the Eleuke are. This is an old one, so if you can get an old Eleuke Peanut with the headphone outputs, then that's going to be so much better. But just beware of those, or be aware of those changes that have been made on the new 2014 Eleuke. So there you go, we've got the Eleuke Peanut I think I bought this for about £70 in the UK, but 3 years ago, and the RISA Stick about 140, something like that. But I would still go for certainly now, with the way they've changed the Eleuke, I'd be going for the RISA Stick. There you go. 2 very interesting electric ukes. Cheers.